Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Top 3 Tips of the Week. This is a video series in which, as the name suggests, each week I pull together 3 new tips to assist you in upping your game. If you want to get involved, you can leave your tips, tricks, suggestions, anything like that over on my Discord. The link is going to be down in the description below, and this can be anything from spawn peaks, drone spots, through to defensive setups, you name it. Just because you think it's a really obvious tip, a lot of newer players might not, so don't be scared of putting anything down that you want that you think may assist other people. But without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So tip number 1 is going to be a really dirty spawn peak over on Oregon. If you're spawning on the street, you better be careful of this. Now, as you can see, a lot of people spawn peak from this window up here on the top right, and as you come around, a lot of people are careful, but you don't really look at the bottom of this door frame just here. I don't know if you can see him, but Rob is actually lying down there, and he has a really clear line of sight onto me. By coming into the master bedroom and opening the very bottom of the door frame, you can actually get a really good view down onto the street spawn, and anyone that's being a bit careless and coming running around this corner, you can just take their head off. One thing to mention is it probably does benefit you to smash the window and potentially even the door downstairs, the front door, because it means that they're going to be looking the wrong way. They're going to be checking that window and that particular spot, and they're not really going to be looking down here. The other thing you do have to make note of is the fact that this railing just above my ACOG reticle is not actually destructible. You can't shoot through it. So because you can't penetrate through that, you have to make sure that you lay a little bit further back so you can actually see their head. Otherwise, you're just going to be shooting the railing, which, as most of you will know, are the bane of my life. If there's a railing there, I'm going to be hitting it. So move a bit further back to get a clear line of sight onto people's heads. The good thing about this particular spawn peak is it is a lot lower risk than most of them. And even if you don't get the kill, you're lighting people up and damaging them. And, you know, that's going to only assist you later on in the round. Now, I do have to give credit to Noted for this one. I'll be completely honest, I haven't seen the video. I was advised it by someone else, and they said that Noted had found it. So, I can't find the video for it, but if you go over to his channel and check him out, he is a really, really good YouTuber with loads of insane flicks and really cheeky spots like this. So, make sure to go and check his channel out. So, the next tip for today is going to be over on Chalet, and if you are playing Hibana, this is really good for if you're attacking the kitchen trophy room or, you know, the dining room for secure area. If you're trying to open the hatch from the master bedroom, you can actually get it from outside. Now, a lot of people don't know this, and you probably think, well, why would you want to do that? But if you've got a buck player or a sledge going upstairs to the master bedroom and you're a little bit busy doing something else, or if you just want to open the hatch right at the beginning of the round, as you can see, you can clearly do it from the kitchen window, and it's not that high risk. You know, you're not going inside, you're not going upstairs, you're not rappelling up to here waiting to get your head shot off. So it can be a really effective way to get the hatch open for either yourself later in the round, for your teammates who may already be up there, or for you to just cause a distraction, if anything. Now, this window here in the kitchen, you don't actually have to shoot it out, as I'll show you a little bit later on, but you can clearly see that you can see the hatch from down here. Now, you want to be just off of the ledge that I'm behind. I'm just stood back, and you want to just fire the left-hand side. Try and aim the left-hand side of the reticle so that it lines up with the hatch. And you only need 1 of Hibana's pellets to try and land on this hatch. Now, as you can see from this clip, I got 3, but 1 of them will do it. That's all you need to get on there. And it's really, really good for, like I say, that distraction. Instead of coming upstairs, which you still can do, you've got another option available to you. Now, as you can see here, the window itself is still closed. I'm looking right at it. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it here just to show you. It's still closed, so the Hibana pellets will actually go all the way through it and just line up with the hatch. But the reticle itself, if I zoom in, you can see the left-hand side of it is just touching the hatch. And that is what I have found to be the most consistent way to ensure that you are getting the pellets on the actual hatch itself. If you are doing this, any defenders playing by the table won't actually be able to get a line of sight onto the pellets to take them out, which is handy. But anyone playing just on the kitchen counter itself, on the work surface under the window, they will be able to see it, and they could potentially peek you. So that's one thing to take note of. But again, if you do this at the beginning of a round almost straight away, the hatch is open for your teammates. It's done, it's dusted, your job is complete essentially with fairly low risk, which is really handy, especially in ranked when you haven't got much time anyway. This week's third and final tip is going full credit to the Dangleberries on this one. I saw this on one of their videos, and I've got to be honest, I've used it a couple of times now. It is really, really cheeky. By playing as Maestro, opening the hatch, and placing your evil eye just here, you can get a really good line of sight through that wall onto the B-bomb site by just opening the top section up. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of different variations of this, but the long and short of it is by placing your evil eye there, you can get a line of sight on the window and to anyone that's coming in. The more you open this up, obviously the more risk you are at. People are throwing grenades over or something like that, so it's probably not a bad idea to take Jaeger, but for the most part, it's really cheeky. You can't really see it. It's not directly in front of the window on the table where you expect it to be. It's kind of just out of the way and hidden almost. So anyone coming to this window, you're going to be able to light them up and they're not really going to know where they're getting hit from. Even just taking down their health a little bit is going to be pretty handy. Now you can look up and place this even further up, and I did try a couple of different variations as I said. As you can see here, I put one up and one down. The one that's lowered down, you don't get a very good line of sight on anything, whereas the one that is further up, you can see more of the actual A bomb site and B bomb site, as well as the door coming in to my left. So I would chin this one off. I wouldn't even bother putting it down there. The other option that you could do is by moving further forward to the end and placing it on the very, very end, and then opening this section of wall as well. Again, the more of this wall you open up, the more at risk you are of grenades coming over, but by opening a lot of it and then reinforcing the odd wall for protection, I think you get a really good line of sight all over that room, and you can protect so much more of it than you previously could. You've got the window, you've got this section, you've got behind the bomb site itself, whereas this evil eye doesn't show anywhere near as much. So it's a bit of trial and error. Play around, see what you like, but with people planting the bomb just to the right of the B bomb itself, it's probably not a bad idea to open up these two and utilize it this way. I mean, it's personally what I've been doing, and I have really been enjoying doing this because people don't really know where it's coming from. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about this and whether you have tried it, and if you do, whether you enjoy using it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully these 3 tips work for you in some way, shape or form. As I said, with the first one, full credit to Noted, and with that Evil Eye Maestro placement, definitely go and check out the Dangleberries videos on that. They have loads of them. There's loads of really good ones and loads of cheeky spots for you to learn. So go and check out their video. The link is going to be down in the description below. If you did enjoy the video, please consider hitting that thumbs up, as every single like really does help the channel out. And it's been amazing watching the channel sort of start to grow again since I've come back from my deployment. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter, Discord, all the usuals. I also stream on Twitch 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays from 7:30 UK time. So if you want to see any of these tips and tricks used live, then come on over and say hi. Make sure to comment down below with the number of the tip that you enjoyed the most. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay reckless and relentless.